late today by a lot. Didn't really sleep too well last night, being the first time I get the chemo pump on it. That the first night it's bad. The nurses at the cancer center tend to think it might be even just the steroid that they're giving me. That might be part of my wanting to eat all the time and my not being able to sleep is what they're saying. So we'll just see. I didn't really feel like going this morning at 9 or 10 o'clock, so I figured I'd throw you guys a live feed as I travel over here to Taylor, Arizona from Lakeside. And I got a couple houses over there. I got a show today. That's part of the reason for not going live this morning. I was just, saving it up. I got a lot to do today. I did get a lot of videos produced between last night and this morning, and a lot of them, I think 3 or 4 of them are dropping today, a couple on Friday, so be ready for those. One already has dropped today, but there's some Hank video, there's some overlanding video, there's just inspirational video, all kinds of stuff coming, so check it out. Go on, and if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and enjoy those videos, and leave me some comments on them, because that's what helps drive them. I'm not really looking at my messages, but I can see that Mike, hey, I can't see, but Mike says good morning or hey Tony every time, and I love it. Thank you, Mike, for tuning in today. Stop at this stop sign. Yeah, we gotta see. I can't see much if I don't put these on. I can see the drive, but I can't see the messages, so I'm pretty safe on not looking over at my messages too much. But overall right now, so far, everything's going pretty good. Nose still condensating constantly. I've actually got a flare picture of my nostrils showing the heat and the cold, and sure enough, they're blue. I don't know why, but that's gonna make warm air condensate. Let's see, it makes me hoarse. You can tell the difference in my voice yesterday and today than what it is normal. I think I probably like it better than what it normally is. I don't like my own voice, but that's just that's human nature. It did make me tired, really tired yesterday. That's why I just kind of, I don't know, I don't feel like doing too much on the first couple days, but today I'm feeling pretty good, so showing these houses shouldn't be too bad. My client actually rescheduled yesterday. We were going to go look at them yesterday, but I'm so glad they rescheduled. I would have never made it. So, and Terry's out of town today with our transaction coordinator and friend, Vanessa. They had to go down to Safford to take a dog to the vet. We traveled 3 hours to go to the vet because it's a lot less expensive down there, and it's just better care for less money. A 3-hour trip there and 3-hour trip back is still cheaper than going to the vets here. It's kind of sad. So yeah, I had her yesterday to drive me if needed. Of course, she punched it everywhere we went yesterday. Not fun when you're nauseous. She said she didn't mean it. I'll believe her. Yeah, so today I've got my Anaraid with me and my nausea medicine just in case I get nauseous before I get home. You just never know when things are going to hit like that, so you got to be prepared. Just like with my ostomy, you got to be prepared. The other day I went out four-wheeling and hunting, and this was before my bear trip, and it was local, so I really didn't have a fear, and my bag just all of a sudden filled up full, and I didn't have my ostomy stuff with me. Luckily I had paper towels and water, and I could still take it off and drain it, clean it back up to put it back on. That's what I had to do. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get by and make everything work. And that's just all there is to it. Still excited about yesterday's numbers. I hope they stay down like that. My CEA, that's a tumor marker for those of you who do not know. Like I said, we started out at 12. jumped up into the 20s and 40s and 50s. And last we checked it, it was 59, which meant the tumor was actively growing. It wasn't shrinking. It wasn't doing what we were hoping it would do prior to that. And yesterday, when they gave me the results, it was at a 6.8, which, hey, I'll take it. Cheers to me. And, you know, I don't know what's doing it, whether it's the radiation that we initially did or the 2 rounds prior to that blood work of chemo, or if it's the alternative medicine or a combination of all 3. I truly believe it's going to be a combination of all 3. I think that, you know, there's a place for modern medicine, Eastern medicine, alternative medicine. I think there's a place for all of it, as long as it's all being used responsibly. And, you know, you're not going to get a doctor. It's not very easy to get a doctor to support you if you're doing alternative, but it is possible. You know, my surgeon, she monitored me the whole time that I was on alternative. That's how we knew that it was time to have surgery. That's how we knew that something was being done other than alternative. So always make sure that you have somebody monitoring you if you're doing something like that. It's a huge risk, but it's one sometimes worth taking. You never know. You know, that's why everybody who preaches this stuff, including myself, I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving advice, but what I'm telling you to do is go out and research this stuff and see if it's for you. You know, do your own research, make up your own mind. And that's the most important thing you could honestly do, in my opinion. Sorry about the grunting. It's, you know, something I've got, and I try to cut it out of videos as much as possible. But live videos, I'm talking, I'm going, I'm pretty much nonstop, and you know how it is. I just keep talking, so I'm just gonna have to clear my throat. Hopefully this hot tea will help. This is my green tea and my soursop tea mixed together. Oh, and it's hot. I still have a lot of sensitivity on my tongue and mouth and everything, so sometimes cold and hot hurts me more than other times. You just never know what's going to happen. As far as those videos that I have posted, and this one you might want to check out because it might benefit you if you're still on here. One is it's wearing your chemo pump showering, and I do give you a nice little short video. It'll be easy to watch and quick, but in 52 seconds you'll know the best way to shower with a chemo pump, in my opinion. It works really well. It hasn't failed me. You know, I'm trying to share with the world the things I've learned to make it easier on everybody else. My microphone, my seatbelt, and my chemo, or my port, and everything accessed right over here just bugging the hell out of me right now. And not hurt-wise, just bugging me because I can feel it pushing against the port and whatnot. Usually it's not a problem, but when you have that port access, you got that big old needle plunger's top sticking out, so it does stick out quite a bit more than normal. And when your seatbelt's on it, and then of course I put my microphone right there on it, that did not help. Hopefully the microphones are working, because I know that when it's not, it's really just sucks. I did get a new phone, did get the microphones fixed from Rode. You know, if you ever need a really good microphone, if you're a creator or whatever, holler at me. I'll give you a code, because these Rode mics are awesome. I love them. They make me sound better than what I normally sound, in my opinion. And it's just a better way to go. Someone just messaged, and when I get to a stoplight, I'll try to check it out. Oh, bonjour from France, Paris, France. Thank you. I love seeing people from all over the world check in on here. It's awesome. You know, getting stuff from Switzerland, Africa, India, all over the place, and it really feels good that I'm reaching out to the world and able to share what I've learned and share my inspiration that I try to put out there every time, you know, all the time. And there is a really good inspirational video that's dropping tonight. You really ought to check it out. It's on one of my hikes, and you know, it just really tells you getting out, getting moving is the best thing for you. It really is. You know, I preach it. You know, I mean it, and you know that I'm going to live it. And I'm hoping that you do too, because it's important. You got to get out there. You got to get active, and you got to don't let yourself, you know, don't let this disease put you into the couch forever. You know, unless the couch is just where you like to be, go for it. But that's not where I want to be. I want to be out living life. I want to do everything I've always done, and even though I got to do it slower, I'm still doing it, and I hope that you do too. So, what else we got going on here? Just like I said, just lots of videos showing houses, chemo pumping. You know, tomorrow I'm not going to go for a hike after I get my chemo pump off like I did last time. That video of round 2 of my chemo is actually coming out on Friday evening. It's a little farther out, but according to my AI system, it says that's when it's the best time to drop that video, when people are paying attention, when people want to watch. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, if you see these videos coming out at weird times, that's a lot of the reason why. I'm trying to make sure the most people possible can see them. Trying to think which way I'm gonna go. You guys won't be able to see very well. You can kind of see, but this is Sholo, kinda. It looks blurry. Let's see. It will not focus. Let me try to do this. So, yeah, this is kind of like the Deuce. That's where my daughter works over there at Ford. They're doing some reconstruction. That's where I did not get this Raptor. I had to go all the way to Phoenix to get this one because nobody up here had them, and you know, I mean, they don't release them constantly, and sometimes you got to go to the dealer that just has it. We're going to turn down the SR77. This is the way to Taylor. I'm actually going to be going into what's called Borden Ranch area. There's a newer house there that my clients want to check out, and then we're looking at another brand new one after that. So, you know, brand new houses, basically. People are looking, people are starting to buy, people are starting to get a little less scared. Interest rates are down a little bit. We're down below the 6s, or not the 6s, but below the 7s now from a report I just got from one of my lenders. So hopefully things will break loose pretty soon. We do have a couple that we just got under contract this week and last week, so that's a positive note in the real estate world. If you're looking at buying or selling anytime soon, you know, it's never a bad time. It just you just gotta be pricing your stuff right. That's all. So if you're selling or buying, you know, just make sure that you're listening to the professionals and not trying to make your own mind up and think that you know more than they do. Honestly, you don't. I've had a lot of people, they try to price it themselves, and we sit on that house, and actually I'm at the point now in my career that, and I've told my other agents, if people aren't listening to us and they want to overprice stuff, then we are going to not list them. Over here, probably on the right, or sorry, the left, I can never get my rights and lefts. The red building you just saw, that's our dispensary for the area. We have one. Phoenix, every corner, it seems like there's a dispensary, and here we have one. But you know, you'll see elk and antelope along this drive all the time. The airport was right there on the right. Hey, I got it right. I don't know. I think they got a good enough fence that they don't have to shoo the elk off the runway. But I know that over in St. John's, they've had to shoo the elk off the runway a few times, from what I've been told. And it's just way of life around here. We got wildlife, and we love it. So, anyhow, I'm gonna get off here today. But like I said, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you go check out those videos this evening, and the one I've already dropped today. And Other than that, we're going to talk at you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. See how I feel, see what I'm up to. My lives have been kind of all over the place, and I apologize for not keeping them on a regular time schedule, but just the way it is for right now. And, you know, you can always check them out post-show. That's when most people check them out anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But you guys all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Yeah, I'll just keep repeating it over and over. Yep, broken record. Take care. Bye.